Hi guys, it's Nick, and welcome to my first video blog for digital marketing principles. Um, let's see, in all honesty, the way I did this was maybe a little bit backwards, and then I first chose a map and then thought of companies that I thought might benefit from the data that could be gathered from this map. The map I chose is one that indicated, which counties and parishes along the Mississippi River were at risk of significant flooding. You can see this is from May 22nd to 27th, 2011, areas where significant flooding is occurring or imminent. And it just kind of shows you the counties that are at risk, or I guess were at risk at that time. And then, significant flooding is all located in this blue area here, which is pretty cool. So I chose the map first, and while I think there are a number of organizations that probably benefit from data like this, including governmental-based relief efforts, things like charities and so on, I couldn't help think that there had to be a brand with a product or a line of products that could use this data to segment their market, geographically speaking. And the company that I found was Water Damage Defense. I kind of just came across this doing a Google search, for flood prevention and stuff like that, which I guess is kind of an example of inbound marketing, really, kind of a simulation of it, I guess. Anyways, I mean, you can kind of see here, right? They have a line of products that are flood specific, these flood barriers that they use, replace up to 770 sandbags and so on and so forth. Kind of demonstrations of how it works with some videos and so on, which is pretty cool. And while I think it's probably safe to say that they already focus their efforts primarily, in areas that are in greater proximity to water, like the Mississippi River, having data like this 2011 map from the US Census site undoubtedly contributes to what products they manufacture over others, as well as where to deploy the majority of those products based on need and risk. So that being said, I mean, they do have an entire range of products that go beyond flood protection. I mean, they also sell things like sump pumps for personal home use, say if you have like a burst pipe or something like that. And really the reason I wanted to kind of bring that up is because while I was cruising around on their website, I noticed they do have a blog page. I think maintaining a blog for one's business is pretty critical in the digital age for a number of reasons. But something that really stuck with me from the readings this past week was the idea of inbound marketing, and really how to build a customer base with people coming to you, say, by doing a Google search for flood prevention or like water damage prevention and stuff like that. When people come here and they find this content that's on the site, content that's relevant, interesting, informative, as opposed to disruptive advertisements, shows that, this company, Water Damage Defense, is moving towards becoming digitally integrated. Though I will say, I think their last post is from 2014. I think their Facebook page, last post was 2015. So it's hard to say. How active, how much effort they're putting into that. Should probably be putting in a little bit more. But anyhow, I digress. DIO stuff was week 1. Getting back to week 4. Something else I found that I thought was pretty cool in terms of maps or data. This wasn't on the US Census site, but I did find this Water Watch map from the US Geological Survey website that I thought was pretty cool, mostly because it's really updates in real time, or probably the closest thing to it. You can see the latest data was taken from Sunday, February 12th, being today. And then you can just kind of see this map that has these different points of data that I can hover over and get information. A lot of stuff that I can't really read or understand, but I'm sure people with water smarts probably can. So again, I think this is just another example of data that I think would benefit brands like water defense damage and so on. So yeah, I mean, in conclusion, I guess I think it's pretty interesting to think about how data and maps about things like natural disasters drive all kinds of decisions on behalf of brands, and not just for flooding, and not just for B2C, business to customer. I mean, or consumer, whatever that acronym stands for. I mean, I would imagine things like earthquake data, for example, whether that's historical data or that's predictive data, information that you're monitoring in real time and trying to extrapolate, probable occurrences from there. Data like that, I'm sure, drives market segmentation for, say, like the constructive or construction industry, that's active in those areas, which I think is pretty cool to think about. So yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching, guys, and yeah, see you later.